Hey, it's Dom from Deviate Off-Road. We are out here at United by Bronco. We are at Sand Hallow and we're on the West Rim Trail. We are at one of the obstacles here and we broke down. We actually broke not only a tie rod, but we broke the passenger side axle tube at the same time. We don't have the parts to fix it, so we called Matt's Off-Road Recovery because we don't exactly have the means to tow it out of here either. So we're waiting for him to show up right now. He should be here pretty soon, so we'll see how this goes. So this is the part of the trail that he broke on. You know, the tire was up on here. I think that when he came down, it kind of squeezed them both and it just broke right away. So he almost made it up, but right at the end there, it just got him. So this is a pretty common problem, pretty straightforward, and honestly a pretty easy fix. We just need the parts. We did snap the tie rod when that went, which a lot of people have experienced on the Bronco. So on this side, we broke the axle tube, so the axle's just kind of hanging there free, but it's still connected to the part that connects it to the differential. That part just all cracked and is laying there. It's kind of just resting on the control arm right now. So you can see down here that it's just kind of resting on the control arm, not really hooked to anything anymore. So our four-wheel drive is non-existent right now, and it's still connected to the wheel, so if we start driving, that's just going to be flapping around the whole time. Time to follow Matt and his crew here. He picked us up, he's got us on the wrecker. So we're just gonna follow him to the water tanks and then we're gonna have to go pick up our flatbed and load it up on that once we get back to our Airbnb. Dropped our truck off. They're over there loading up their wrecker. As you guys can see, the bumper is pointed at the sky a bit. The bumper itself looks straight. You can kind of see a gap underneath here on the frame horn, and I can kind of feel the frame horn on the other side. We're gonna have to take it off and see what bent under there. You know, we'll shoot another clip when we get that off and we'll kind of show everyone what it looks like back there. But for now, we're gonna go get dinner. It's pretty cold out here. So we just got off the trail for the day. We're coming here. We got to put the tie rod on in order to get on the flatbed. Otherwise, there's no way we're going to be able to maneuver this thing. Walt at Sin City Broncos, super good group of guys. Walt helped us out. He gave us a new tie rod since we didn't have one with us. You can see he even gave us the Moog, the problem solver, they labeled it. Clever marketing on their part. But we already pulled old one off. We didn't film that. It really wasn't that bad. We're just going to start threading this one on and get to it. back at the Airbnb. Obviously, we've got the bumper off now. We're on the trailer. We're just trying to take a look at what happened here. You can see if you look from the side, it's this inner lower hole on the frame horns got pulled way up. So our frame horns themselves are super bent. Even actually this top portion is bent, and I can see that it's lifting from here. And that's the very front part of the frame that it's welded to. You can see a gap in there. It's just kind of pulled it all up from all that force during that whole ride. So let's go to the back and take a look at what it did to the bumper. So we got the bumper here. If you look at it from the side or from the top, the bumper itself is actually straight. It doesn't appear to be bent at all. The only thing it did do was it sheared off these bolts for the skid plate, where that bottom portion of the skid plate bolts to the main bumper. But that's, again, obviously when the frame horn's bent up, it was putting a lot of pressure right there, and the skid plate was mounted on the lower section, so the only place it could give was for these bolts right here. So all in all, it's not too bad. We have a broken tie rod, which is very normal. We're gonna have to get a new front diff because the axle tube on the passenger side cracked in half. We also saw some metal on the driver's side. We weren't able to pinpoint that. We didn't look too far into it. We're just gonna order a diff for that one. And then the recovery on the way back, pulling it from the bumper, bent our frame horns up a little bit. So we're either going to have to put new frame horns on there or bend those back into shape. We're gonna kind of figure that out once we get back to the shop. But we will be able to get this back on the road relatively easy and get it all fixed, and it'll be ready for Easter Jeep Safari, which is the next event we're gonna take it to. So thanks for watching. Check out DV8 Off-Road for all of your Ford Bronco parts and accessories needs. Thank you.